Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a creator we've done just the once in the past, back in episode 624, and you probably don't remember it. It was called Tongass Coast. It got 9 stars, 3 for aesthetics, 3 for detail and 3 for gameplay potential, and it sat right down the middle. Today's map will not sit right down the middle. We have gone into the Premier League. This will shine. It'll shine more than this does here, what you're looking at now, because I've got the light settings a little bit dark. I've tweaked them a little bit more for the actual review so you can really enjoy the map. So get yourselves ready. It's gonna be a good one. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is, hopefully pronouncing this right, Vetrale Mountains. Could be Vetrale Mountains because it's based in Italy, by Mender. Previously RM. Yes, sorry, a little bit dark. I'm going to tweak those for the actual fly through. There is your terrain heights. Terrain heights look perfectly realistic, one would suggest. And then if we have a little look at the resources, they're centered, but very usable indeed. Okay, if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do fishing, fishing looks like this. Mostly anchovy, a little bit of salmon. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. There is a custom Vetrale Mountains map theme. We'll be using the Relight Average LUT. A few things to subscribe to, not too many, and a very well written description. Very well written description. Do read through it. It's very useful to know what, and there's a little bit of background as well. It's all there. Honestly, read it. Now, honestly, also, if you haven't got yourself a cup of coffee to sit back and relax with, pause the video now, go and do it. You are going to want it just to hug, lovingly hold as we go through this, because this is a star map. It's an absolute gem. The detailing is, well, look at it. Look at it. I know the roads weren't perfectly aligned on that first one, but that was because of the way the terrain was. It was perfect. This little flyover here, this is perfect. Everything is lovely. We obviously just got such slick. We haven't been particularly spoilt lately with outstanding standards. We've had a few good maps. We've had good maps, but we haven't had much in the way of glory. We've had some glorious maps this year, but we haven't had that many, and this is going to be up there, I tell you. This is if this isn't one of the top 10 maps of the month, if it's not in the top 2, I don't even know what would beat it. It's going to be there. You're going to be voting 5 stars for this in your droves, apart from that one person who's like out to spoil things. But there's always one. There's always one. It's usually you. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You know who you are. Don't you shrug your shoulders at me. You know who you are. Okay, a viaduct. Viaduct's going across this nice little bay area down here. It's all cliffy and rugged and very believable. And we're going to go into a canyon over here. And then when we emerge through the other side of the canyon, that's when we'll see into the heart of the map. And this is where you start going, yep, I want to build here. Because up until now, it's just been a bit rugged and coasty, hasn't it? Yeah. Now, look at this. It's just opening up beautifully. We've got the custom bridge there as well. But look around. Oh, lovely. Right, custom bridge. Now, is it actually as good as it looks? Let's get down and dirty and just check the accuracy of the bridge placement. And come down here. Is it perfect? Is it? It really is, isn't it? It really is. That's not the easiest thing to get absolutely spot on correct, and that was absolutely spot on correct. Gonna do a little bit of hill jumping from one to the other just to get us across onto the land. I just love all of this. I love all of this. This is just so good. And the forests look great. Mountains look great. Theme looks great. The colours, let's say the colours, I've got them peaked up a little bit higher than they should be. There is actually even a longitude and a latitude recommended for ultimate eye candy, and I just found it a little bit too dark for... The thing is with YouTube is videos can appear a little bit darker than they would appear in game. Nice little cutting through here as well. So yeah, it's always, I always have the colours just pumped up a little bit brighter than recommended, just so that you guys can really enjoy. Now we're down at the start square intersection, and of course it's going to be beautiful and slick and divine. Divine, look at that. Roundabout on each end so you can build into both areas. And is there anything to moan about? Of course there isn't. We got missing pillars? No, there isn't. Is it high enough? It's the perfect height. Okay. I've gone on enough about how lovely and beautiful, and now I'm going to keep going on about it. When you get a map this good, let's just ooh and ah, shall we? Speaking of which, ooh ah, it's an asset review. We've got 3, it's a pack. It's the UK commercial garage set by Starshall. And these are UK garages, commercial garages. This is where you go to get your new tyres fitted and all that sort of stuff. And they'll do your we call it an MOT, but your road test to make sure your car is still roadworthy. And they give you a little certificate, your MOT certificate, to tell you you're still safe to go on the road for another 6 or 12 months. Anyway, factoids, because factoids, on today's date, the 8th of July in 1965, horse racing starting stalls were introduced to Great Britain. It was at the Chesterfield Stakes in Newmarket. So there you are, a horse racing factoid. Who knew? Who knew? Anyways, yes. So yes, Starshall, a great creator. Are you Rick 4000 in disguise? Are you? Possibly not. They say that their skills are a bit limited. Well, if these are your limited skills, I want to see you really work on your skills. Because, my goodness, you're damn good. UK commercial garage set by Starshall. Today's asset pack of the day. Right, okay, I think we should go back to the roads. We will be having a look at the rails shortly. Now, this map, I've oohed and ahed over it a lot. Is it perfect? Are we looking at the next all-star map? 5 stars in each category. Well, so far, you got to be saying, yes, we are looking at that sort of range. When it comes to the 5th star, it has to be perfect or as close as. I normally allow 1 minor detailing error or 1 minor aesthetic issue. Just maybe a drowned tree, just 1. I can allow that. So yes, this is a map like here. Like if we come down under here, we've got a little bit of foliage under here, which is just encroaching onto the road. But it looks like weeds on the road. It's not actually on the main highway of the road, and it just looks like it could actually have encroached there. And so, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's if anything, it adds to the map rather than detracts from the map. As we head across now. Now, the area we're about to break out of, because we're going through the mountains here, there's a little workable area over here, which I will talk about in the second half of the show. Now, this area that we're about to enter is fine. It's fine. It's out of the 25 tiles. But I don't feel, as it stands, it really adds anything to the map. It has potential to add to the map up on the right-hand side here. But I don't feel that it adds more. So when we get to the second half of the show, I'm gonna make a suggestion for this little area here. You might want to use a mod to do it yourself, or Starshall, not Starshall, Mender might want to do it themselves. It just, I feel, would add a little bit extra to the map. Not that the map needs extra at all. The map is good to go. The rail, yeah, there's not really too much to say about the rail. You think we're going to be up and down here over the mountains, and it's not. It's pretty slick. In terms of gradients, well, this looks pretty flat to me. I don't mind a little bit of believable climbs and falls, but this is well within. Look at that hedge going over the cliff there. That is, again, totally believable. Loving the mix of trees. Honestly, these greens and reds work so well together. It's just top level. It really is. Just all of it. And the colours of the blues in the water here is from the theme itself. It's just so good. Oh, I keep saying it's so good, but there's not really much more I can say. We haven't got like a mix of everybody's favourite factory all dotted all over the place. We haven't got anything super clever. It's been kept really simple. The whole map is actually quite complex, but with simple networking, and that's how networking is, or it should be. If you're going to build a road or a rail network, you're not going to make it convoluted, unless of course you've just got money to burn. You're going to do what's the quickest, shortest route from point A to point B, and then build a connection between the two. Because originally it would be walked, and you're not going to walk the convoluted route, you're going to go the quick route. And so this just feels absolutely right. Rail over road, and again, very slickly done. And now heading off towards-ish the edge of the map. Now, I'm going to make an observation. We're just about to go into a slight incline. I'm okay with it. Realists might moan about this just short section here. This little short section here, I just could see that we were going up the incline. That's about the only place I would say on the rail, on the map, it's just outside of realism. Don't have a problem with it, but you might. If you do, that's fine. You're entitled to. You're entitled to have a viewpoint, as so am I. Now, just when I thought, my goodness, we are going so well here, something caught my eye. And it is outside of the 25 tiles, but I think it's substantial enough to be relevant. What is that I'm talking about? It's alongside the rail here. It's glitched right in. Can you see that? Big old glitch. I just can't get away from this. It's just, I don't know. Let's take an intermission and think about it.
Very few maps achieve the coveted all-star status. 5 stars for aesthetic, detail, and gameplay potential. To see them all in the all-star playlist, click the button now.
And so back to Vetrale Mountains by Mender. And shipping routes, we have 2. One that runs the length of the map on the right hand side, the furthest one from the actual coastline, and it just runs across the map, so you might have a bit of passing shipping out at sea. Then you have another one that cuts into the map in underneath the big old bridge. It's a big old bridge, that one, and it stops about there. And that's fine. It's great. It brings the shipping right into the heart of the map. If we follow the one that goes right the way across the map, just to show you that it does. And I'm surprised there isn't actually shipping on it, but there you go. And we get to the end of the map, you see we actually have another shipping route that comes into this little cove up here. So you could have a little harbour area there as well. Water flow, we have got a working river system. It's a lovely, lovely aesthetic working water system with a decent amount of water flowing down it. Can't really moan about it. and if you're looking for water going past your start square, that's around about, I think it's about here, isn't it? I think, yeah, about here. So yeah, there's enough water going through there to get you started. So that's all good too. Right, so we've done all of that. Let's have a look at the map as a whole. Look at the mountains. Look at the mountain ridges. Oh, crikey, they're impressive. The snow is actually painted in with sand. So the sand is white. There's an opportunity, I feel, possibly to have had some white sandy coves using the snow. But then I can understand how it would be possibly a confusion to have the same colour for sand as for snow in the same map. And so I'm quite glad that Mender did not go down that path. Loving these islands, just loving the islands. They're not going to do anything apart from be just there, because I don't think you'd be building on them, but they look great. Great mix of trees. The trees look great, the forests look great. The undulation on the build plane around here looks amazing. We've got some lovely little rivers all over the place, which again look very aesthetically. Sorry I'm flying over this so fast, but it's going to be an over 20-minute show, and I've got to show you so many things. Loving this road here. We didn't really see this one, but this is a switchback that goes from the river valley. So you've got a coast, you've got the river valley, and then just in case you were a little bit bored and you wanted some extra dimension, you take this road up here and it takes you up into the plateau in the mountains. And just look how much room you have up here. If there was any question about gameplay potential, this plateau just adds the extra. So good. Also, can I just point out hedgerows? This is the standard which all hedgerows should be judged by. That's hedgerows. That's farms. Marked out. Beauty. It just is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long, long time. Past little mountain lake there. And like the tree lined roads, just so good as well. Mountains look amazing. Oh, now, guess what? Guess what? I found BonBonB. Is this my burial mound? I'm a little bit concerned that Red Mender's got me buried in there somewhere. But yes, BonBonB there. We've got, say, the mountains look great. It's rugged. You're not going to be doing any building in the mountains. But that is fine. That is fine. Follow this river down here back into the river valley, which is where your main town is likely to be. Got a little island here as well. There's a tip in the description saying don't or be careful when bulldozing rocks, because a lot of them are used for actually handling the water flow. Now I did say this little patch up here, this is outside the 25 tiles, so in terms of gameplay it doesn't really matter that much out here. But I don't feel you're going to be doing a town up here. I feel this could be a big industrial area. We've got all of the forestry, but there's no actual resources up here apart from forestry. So I'm thinking we could have added some extra to this map if this had all been, let me just pull up this and we'll add some ore. Show you it won't really make that much of a visual difference. It will change the colours slightly. But again, we are way out of the 25 tiles. So does this actually add anything to the map? Let me do a bit over there as well. Does this add anything to the map? I think having this as a potential, or maybe even chiseled out a quarry, possibly put some oil in here as well. So having this as a big industrial area out here, I think possibly adds something. But this map doesn't need to be played outside of the 25 tiles. So I'm not that worried about it. I think if it was me, I would have done that. Oh, look at the rivers. Look at the mountain streams. Yeah. And the spawn points. Perfect. Perfect. But yes, I would have gone with that personally. But I don't feel the map even needs it. The map already has plenty of options and plenty of resources to work with as well. One last thing to look at up here, we've got this little hill ridge up here. Now I think this is supposed to align with the sunrise or something, but because I've had to mess around with the longitude and latitude and the light settings, we're not going to be able to get a proper check on that one. But no matter what, it looks really very nice indeed. And then up the other end, we also have a little castle. Oh, it's a castle. A very simple ridge castle. And again, perfectly done with the doorway on the inside of the tower. Very nice indeed. Right, okay, I need to find myself a thumbnail while I remind you that now is your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click on the I button in the top right hand corner of your screen now. You can log in using the YouTube account that you're currently using, or any of the other options that have just faded off of the screen. Okay, my ratings for this map are as follows. Aesthetically, it's glorious. It's glorious. I don't know what more you could do with this. It's 5 stars. 5 stars through and through. Detailing, exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. We have got a big ditch on the side of the rail though that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like it. I can't get it out of my head. And it's more than just a little flaw. It has to be 4 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, very, very playable. Even without my suggestion for the corner of the map, it's 5 stars already. I don't think my suggestion actually adds that much. It's just an alternative thing, really. So 5 stars for gameplay. Vetrale Mountains by Red Mender, and it has to get the BonBonB seal of approval. And you know what? If it didn't have that little ditch along the side of the rail, that was an all-star map. Yeah. Oh, hurts. It hurts me. I hate it. I hate it. I just hate it. I hate it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. If you're still watching, you are in the 20 and out elite. Use the word of the day in the comments and award yourself 100 population points, and I'll be checking up with you at the end of the week to see what your current population is so you can brag. Thanks for watching.